The Golden Ledger. Affirmations for Effortless Abundance. Chapter 1. Opening the Golden Ledger. I speak now to the book that records all abundance, not the ledger of debts and fears, not the tally of every mistake I have ever made with money. I speak to the Golden Ledger, the divine record that knows my true wealth before and beyond any bank balance. In this ledger, every generous act is written, every risk I took in faith, every time I gave when I had little, every time I trusted when I was afraid. These are my true assets. They have been compounding in silence. Today, I withdraw their interest. The Golden Ledger does not lie. It does not panic. It does not forget. It knows that I am wealthy, not because of what I own, because of who I am, a creator, a giver, a receiver, a channel. I open this ledger now, and I read my true balance, infinite. Chapter 2. Erasing the red ink. For years, I have kept a different ledger, the red ink ledger. It recorded every late payment, every rejection, every month I fell short. I studied it like scripture. I let it define me. Today, I burn that book. The red ink was never the truth. It was a snapshot from a smaller self, a self who did not yet know about the Golden Ledger. I forgive that self. She did her best with what she knew. Now I know more. Now I erase the red ink. Not a single line remains. My past financial mistakes are not debts I must repay with shame. They were tuition. I paid it. I learned. Now I graduate. The Golden Ledger shows only what is real, my worth, my capacity, my alignment. And all three are expanding at this very moment. Chapter 3. The Currency of Ease. Struggle is not noble. It never was. I was taught that hard work means good work. That sweat proves worth. That money must be wrestled from a reluctant universe. Those were lessons from a tired world. I release them. My abundance comes through ease, not laziness. Ease. The difference is everything. Laziness avoids. Ease allows. I allow money to find me while I sleep. I allow checks to arrive while I laugh. I allow prosperity to flow while I rest. This is not magic. This is alignment. The universe does not reward struggle. It rewards openness. A door does not struggle to open. It simply swings. A river does not struggle to flow. It simply moves. I am a door. I am a river. I swing. I move. Money follows. Chapter 4. The Inheritance I Choose. My bloodline gave me many things. Eye color, height, a tendency toward certain fears. But lack is not hereditary. Poverty is not a gene. I do not inherit the financial limits of my ancestors. I inherit only what I claim. Today, I claim a new inheritance. Generosity, resourcefulness, the ability to multiply whatever well if people like us don't have money. People like us do now. I am the ancestor of a wealthy line. I am the one who turns the page. My children will inherit a different story because I write it today. With every word, every choice, every affirmation. Chapter 5. The Receiving Muscle. I have spent years strengthening my giving muscle. Generosity flows easily from me, but my receiving muscle, atrophied, weak, unused. When someone offers me a gift, I deflect. When money arrives unexpectedly, I question it. When a compliment comes, I argue. No more. Today, I train my receiving muscle. Someone says thank you. I say you are welcome. Someone offers help. I say yes, please. A refund arrives. I say thank you, universe. A discount appears. I accept with joy. Receiving is not greed. Receiving is completion. Giving and receiving are the same circle. I practice receiving in small ways, so I am ready for large ways. A coffee bought for me. A door held open. A kind word accepted without deflection. Each small receipt is a repetition. I am building the muscle of allowing. And when a large sum comes, my arms will be strong enough to hold it. Chapter 6. The Silence Between Desires. I do not need to chase. I do not need to scream my manifestations into the void. There is power in the silence between desires. The pause after I ask. The breath after I pray. That silence is not empty. It is the workshop where the universe builds my answer. I ask clearly, then I get quiet. I do not nag the universe with worry. I do not reopen the request to add clauses and conditions. I trust. The silence is my trust made visible. In the silence, the golden ledger updates. In the silence, doors align. In the silence, my wealth finds its path to me. Every morning, I ask for what I want. Then I sit in silence for 1 minute. No phone, no list, just breath. In that minute, I am not waiting. I am receiving. The answer is already on its way. The silence is simply me getting out of its way. Chapter 7. The Abundance of Now. I do not need more to be happy. That was the old trap. More money than happiness. More things than peace. More status than rest. It never worked because the equation was reversed. Happiness first. Then money flows to happiness. I find abundance in this moment. A roof, a meal, a breath, a heartbeat. These are not small things. They are the foundation of all wealth. From this foundation, I build. But I do not wait to be grateful until I am rich. I am grateful now. And gratitude is the magnet that pulls riches toward me. I look around my life and I count. Not what is missing. What is here? A chair, a window, a device to record these words, a voice to speak them, a listener to hear them. This is abundance. This is the golden ledger's true entry. I am wealthy now. More is simply more. Chapter 8. Pricing without apology. My prices are not requests. They are statements. I do not ask for permission to be valued. I declare my value, and I used to discount myself to avoid conflict. I used to believe that being affordable was the same as being good. No more. Affordable is a race to the bottom. Value is a ladder to the top. I climb. If someone cannot afford me, I do not shrink. I say, I understand. Perhaps another time. Or perhaps they will find a way. Or perhaps they will not. None of those outcomes is my problem. My only job is to name my worth and hold the line. The Golden Ledger supports every price I set from love. Chapter 9, The Wealth of No. Yes, opened doors, but no protects the house. I have said yes too many times. Yes to underpaying clients. Yes to draining projects. Yes to free work disguised as exposure. Each yes cost me more than I knew. Today, I learned the wealth of no. No is not angry. No is not closed. No is simply a boundary. I say no to what drains me so I can say yes to what feeds me. I say no to what underpays me so I can say yes to what values me. I say no to what distracts me so I can say yes to my purpose. Every no I speak clears space. Space for better clients. Space for unexpected checks. Space for the abundance that was always blocked by my overfull calendar. I am not being rude. I am being selective. And selectivity is a wealth magnet. Chapter 10, The Generosity of the Universe. The universe is not a miser. It does not ration abundance. It does not check if I deserve before it delivers. The universe is a fountain, always flowing, always spilling over. My job is simply to stand under the fountain with my mouth open. I have seen evidence of this generosity. A parking spot exactly when I needed it. A kind word from a stranger. A solution that arrived in a dream. These are not coincidences. These are drops from the fountain. If the universe is this generous with small things, how generous is it with large ones? I trust the fountain, even when I cannot see it, even when I feel dry, even when my bank account tells a different story. The fountain is still flowing. I am simply in a shadow. Shadows move. I will step back into the sun, and the fountain will soak me. Chapter 11, The Forgiveness of Financial Fear. I've been afraid of money, afraid of not having it, afraid of having it and losing it, afraid of what people would think if I had too much, afraid of what people would think if I had too little. That is a lot of fear to carry. Today, I set it down. I forgive myself for every financial decision made from fear. The job I stayed in too long. The investment I was too scared to make. The price I was too shy to ask. I was protecting myself, but protection is not necessary anymore. I am safe. I am capable. I am guided. Fear and abundance cannot occupy the same space. So I choose. I evict fear. I do not fight it. I simply stop feeding it. Every time fear whispers, I say, I see you. I hear you. I do not believe you. And I return my attention to the Golden Ledger, where my true wealth is already recorded. Chapter 12, The Mirror of money. Money is a mirror. It reflects whatever I believe about myself. If I believe I am unworthy, my bank account shows lack. If I believe I am undeserving, opportunities pass me by. If I believe I am alone, no one invests in me. The mirror does not lie, but it can be cleaned. I clean the mirror of my money beliefs. I wipe away the dust of scarcity. I polish the glass with gratitude. And when I look again, I see a different reflection. I see a person who deserves, a person who is supported, a person who is already wealthy in spirit and whose material wealth is simply catching up. The mirror shows me my future, not as a prediction, as a promise. What I believe, I become. I believe in my own prosperity. I believe in my own worth. I believe in the golden ledger. And the mirror shows me a wealthy person looking back. Chapter 13, The Slow Wealth. Not all wealth arrives in a rush. Some wealth arrives slowly. A small raise, a gradual habit of saving, a reputation built over years. This is not less valuable. This is the wealth of roots. Trees grow slowly. They also withstand storms. I honor the slow wealth. I do not despise small beginnings. Every dollar saved is a seed. Every skill learned is a tool. Every connection made is a door. I plant, I water, I wait. The rush of sudden abundance is exciting, but the slow wealth is lasting. I am building a financial life that can survive anything. Not a sprint, a marathon, not a lottery ticket, a legacy. Slow wealth is deep wealth. It respects my learning curve. It forgives my mistakes. It grows while I sleep, not with drama, but with the quiet certainty of compound interest. Chapter 14, The Permission Slip. I have been waiting for permission. Permission from whom? My parents, my peers, society. No one is coming to give me permission to be wealthy. No one will tap me on the shoulder and say, "You may now prosper." I give myself permission. Right now, I sign my own permission slip. I am allowed to have money. I am allowed to enjoy it. I am allowed to spend it on things that bring me joy. I am allowed to save it without guilt. I am allowed to invest it without fear. I am allowed to be rich. No one's approval is required. No one's blessing is needed. The golden ledger already approved me the day I was born. I am simply late in claiming it. Not anymore. I claim my permission now. I am wealthy. I am allowed. I am free. Chapter 15, The Closing of the Ledger. I close the golden ledger now. Not because the work is done, because the work is internalized. I do not need to read my worth from a book anymore. I carry it in my bones. My wealth is not recorded elsewhere. It lives here in me. I take one action today that honors the golden ledger. That action is the proof. That action is the prayer. Whether it is saving a dollar, giving a dollar, or simply breathing gratitude for the dollar I already have, I act. The golden ledger will never close. It will always record my generosity, my courage, my trust. But I I close the physical book to show that I believe.